we're going to cover the 10 characteristics of multimillionaire dentists, and hopefully most of you already have these characteristics, and if you don't, you're going to work on doing so. Number one, they made a commitment to becoming financially independent very early on. Some of them made this commitment even before they got their first job and got licensed. They make a serious commitment to living within their means. That's the subject of chapter 1 of our book, and I'm going to be covering that shortly. They understand that paying themselves first is more important than determining your lifestyle. So what they do is they look at their overall income coming in, they set aside a certain amount, I like to say 10% or more for the future, and then they determine what type of home they own, what type of car they drive, how many nights a week they go out to a fancy restaurant. You have to make saving and accumulating wealth your number one priority, otherwise you're never going to be on the road to financial independence. They open up savings accounts and they ensure that they keep enough liquid cash in those savings accounts so that if something goes wrong, disability, COVID, something makes life a little difficult or different, they want to make sure they have enough money set aside in case of an emergency. They also save. They're excellent savers. They put aside 10% or more of their income. 10% should not be the maximum we're looking to do. That's going to be the bare minimum, okay? You have to put away at least that amount. They invest in owning their own dental practice. Perhaps the biggest thing that could get you to financial independence is setting up your own dental practice, because when you're working for someone, why do they hire you? They hire you because they're going to give you leverage so you can bring in even more money, earn even more money, but with the leverage of having that employee. So when you work for someone, your income potential is limited, and we're going to talk more and more about that as we go on. They take saving and investing very seriously. They invest their money wisely. My daughter Nicole will be spending a good amount of time today talking about investing and the importance of investing. So you're going to have to invest that money within the most comfortable risk level that you're associated with. So you don't want to gamble your money away, but you don't want to be super conservative. They have multiple income sources. If you're relying just on a paycheck to accumulate wealth, I got to tell you, that's not going to be enough. Having a dental practice, owning rental properties, having investment accounts, having retirement accounts, you have to have multiple income sources so that when that day comes and you say, you know what, John, I put in my 30, 40 years, I now want to retire, can I afford to do so? You and I will be able to sit down and say, yes, you can, because you're going to have all of these investment assets working for you. They're also excellent delegators. And what do I mean by that? They don't try to be the person doing all the marketing themselves. They're not the person trying to do the bookkeeping and the tax planning by themselves. They're not going to be the janitor. They're not going to be the front reception. You have to hire people. You need to hire people because where is your time best spent? Treating patients, right? If you're not treating patients, guess what? You're not making money in your practice. So you have to know how to delegate. And perhaps one of the most important things that they realize is that they need to develop a dental practice management team. What does that mean? You have to work not just with your local CPA down the block because it's convenient to walk over to his office. You want to work with a dental CPA. Dental CPA is someone that works only with dentists. They understand dentistry, and that puts them in a great position to give you the type of advice you're going to need. You're going to hear a lot about that today. They don't just hire dental CPAs, they hire dental attorneys. They work with banks that focus just in dentistry. They look for industry specialists, even dental marketing companies. So you need to spend the money to make money. If you hire someone to be part of your dental practice management team and you view them as a cost to your business, then you're viewing it the wrong way. Those practice management team members, they have to be profit centers. So if you're paying an accountant $15,000, $20,000 a year, and they're not saving you at least $80,000 or $100,000 a year, it's time to get rid of that accountant and get a dental CPA that's going to do that for you. So very, very important that you have the right team in place.